Today I spoke to the heads of the Scottish FA to hear their thoughts on the new Pitching In campaign. The SFA are planning to pledge £50 million to improve the facilities of grassroots football in Scotland. Following record turnovers for the SFA, they're going to be upgrading 75 existing changing facilities, making them more welcoming and accessible, particularly for girls, women and the para community. They're also going to be upgrading 50 existing 3G pitches. They'll also be building 40 brand new 3G pitches to increase the number of high quality facilities around the country. So come behind the scenes with me today to Pollok United to check out the launch of the Pitching In campaign. Stick around to hear what everybody says in this video. You'll find it really interesting. This could absolutely revolutionise Scottish football forever.
Hi, I'm Danny Bisland. I'm the National Football Development Manager at the Scottish FA.
And what does your role entail then?
So a large part of my role is partnership work, so we'll work with clubs, grassroots community organisations, and we'll try and just help support them as much as we possibly can. So we've got a network of regional staff, national staff, and our job is basically to try and support them. We talk about community football. I would say Scottish clubs are probably one of the leading lights in Europe in terms of the work that they do. So they do a huge amount of work on pitch. We've seen clubs grow exponentially, numbers wise, but they're also doing a huge amount of work off the pitch as well. They support the local community, so it's massive for us.
Just to set up for everybody what we're doing here today, could you just explain a little bit about what's happening?
Yeah, so this is really exciting. So this is the Pitching In campaign. So we're working with the Scottish Football Partnership Trust, and the Scottish FA are investing some profits into a new programme to help. Essentially, we're doing a £50 million over 5 years. We're trying to really improve the infrastructure across the country, and the idea is that it's better facilities, more affordable facilities for local people. So we want to diversify the game as much as we possibly can, and this is the first step. So the launch today is about how everybody can pitch in.
Exciting times. Shout out to the most random thing I've ever seen on the wall of any football club in the world. Gifted to Pollok United from Liechtenstein under-19s.
So I'm Andy Elliott, I'm the club manager here at Pollok
How
United.
long have you been here at Pollok United then?
Now about 12, 13 years.
Right, okay.
Started off as a volunteer and then...
So without you this place would be nowhere?
Well, I've got a great team. I've got a really fantastic team of staff, volunteers, we've got a great committee.
With the investment that we're seeing today with the Pitching In campaign that's just over there, how do you think that will help not just places like this in the near term, but Scottish football in the long term as well?
Yeah, hopefully, again, this facility is mainly grassroots. You know, we've got from tiny tots, so we'll get kids in here as soon as they can walk. Without facilities like this in the community, you know, these kids would struggle. And it's also the main thing for us is about affordability. Right, that's very important, about keeping football affordable, and that's at Pollok United. One of our main aims is to keep in our ethos of what we try and do.
Nice. Get as many people involved as you can.
Yep. And that's from, we often refer to it as from the cradle to the grave.
Yeah. Okay.
So we've also got a very strong walking football, so guys 70s into their 80s playing, and that's really important for us as well. So
the plan would be, I guess, for these kids here to one day be back here playing walking football.
Yeah.
In 70 years time.
From nappy to nappy.
Yeah, lovely. Your name is?
Kyle.
And you're from?
Cardonal College.
And so you're down here today to be a part of the Pitching In campaign. Do you play a lot of football in?
Yeah, I play for Grassroots myself.
Right, okay, yeah.
The disability team, the ASL team. And yeah, it's a good.
And so do you think for people with disabilities it's quite open in Scotland? Is there pitches for you to play on?
Well, with ADHD and autism myself, it's not that big as well. People are been playing like thingy or football all their life, but people with ASL and ADHD and Down syndrome and everything is like kind of underrated.
And so do you think with the new Pitching In campaign, the money that the Scottish FA is investing, do you think that's going to help people like you going forward then?
Hopefully. So
nice.
then we can hopefully play against Rangers sometime, I don't know.
one day.
I'm not saying.
You're a Celtic man, so you want to score a couple of goals against Rangers one day, don't you? And so if you could improve something about the facilities or something that you see day to day when you're playing football, what would you change?
Just try and get more disability people into football.
Okay.
Because most of them are not in, and it's try to help them get into football.
This is the next phase of the SFA's investment into their built infrastructure. We realised a few years ago that if we didn't step up, our infrastructure was going to continue to deteriorate. We'd seen decades of deterioration, pitches closed, gates shut, no rebuilding taking place, and this is the example, the meaningful example of what money can do in our communities to positively impact on people's lives.
When was the last sort of improvement of facilities? You talked then about the facilities just getting worse and worse down the years, and obviously the SFA have realised that, but when was the last campaign like this to improve things?
We've never had one. The SFA did consider, understandably, because it wasn't a role at the time, that we had a focus on the built infrastructure of our game. But we realised that if we didn't step up, no one else was going to. So we have done that, and over the last 3 years we've seen £42 million worth of investment taking place into our game that would not have happened otherwise. And this is the beginning of the next £50 million stage of investment.
And that's obviously a lot of money. Where does the SFA get that kind of money from?
We can't do that on our own, but we've proven that by working with our partners, our philanthropists, our businesses, our governments, that we can make meaningful change. The £20 million that came for DCMS, we turned into 42. We did that by assistance for the clubs, for businesses, for philanthropy, and from the SFA to make meaningful changes. So we've got to be a little bit different in how we operate. We've got to operate smarter as an SFA. This money that's announced today has come from our own resources for the profits we've made this year for an unprecedented year, and we'll continue to do so, but we can only do it by the positive assistance that we get from our partners.
Were some of those profits driven from the Euros as well then? Just qualifying for tournaments?
Absolutely.
SFA gets paid for that, yeah?
Yep, qualifying for tournaments makes a meaningful positive change to us, but we can't be reliant upon that. We've got to do more, we've got to do better, we've got to ensure that we can make real meaningful investment in our communities, whether we qualify or not. Qualifying makes it easier.
It's like the Wembley Archers come to Pollock United today. How will these developments that you're making to grassroots football help maybe the national team in years to come?
Well, every single one of our national team players started playing football in the local community, on the local pitch. That's going to continue to happen. When we look at the national team in 20 or 30 or 40 years' time, they're going to have started playing football at some point. We need to make sure that every community in Scotland, everybody that wants to take part in the game in some way, shape or form, has a facility to do so, and this fund will let us do that. It will let us positively impact on facilities that are maybe in need of renovation or building new infrastructure, and making sure that anybody that wants to play can do.
I've seen football all around the world, and when I go to places like, I was thinking this on the way here, what places like shining examples of this? I've been to the Netherlands and Singapore a few times, and when I go to visit stadiums there, they're open all the time, people can just come in and use the facilities, they're respected by the people in the communities, they're well looked after. Is that what you hope to see for Scotland? Places being open all the time, people to use?
Absolutely, and as much as we're talking about building facilities and renovating existing facilities, there is a school estate that's out there. There are facilities that are available that aren't being used as much as they could be at this point in time, and that's a quick one. How do we work together with local authorities, with the school estate, and make sure that people can get access as much as possible? Because having gates locked when kids want to play and people want to play football matches and have a kick about with their pals, that doesn't make any sense in a world where we want to get people out and get them as active as possible.
And just finally, do you have a message for the fans of Scottish football on what to maybe expect in years to come?
Well, I suppose my message would be, I just want them to see that it's something that we're taking really seriously. We understand there's a deficit, we understand that sometimes people want to play football and they can't for whatever reason, and we are fundamentally here as a national association to change that and positively impact that and give people opportunities to play whenever and wherever they want to, regardless of what type of football they want to be involved in.
So it was opened by Sir Alex. You were here for that. You met him, yeah?
I can get the pictures on my.
Oh yeah, there he is. There. Look at him. I wonder who they'll get down this year, or when you renovate the pitch.
Yeah,
when the next one gets done, who are you expecting next time? It's got to be a big name.
Also with the collies in the background there.
Oh yeah, that's where we just were, wasn't it? Yeah. Let me know what you think about this project in the comments section below. I'll leave some information in the description box as well, so you can read more about it yourself. Thanks so much for watching, and goodbye.